lawyers to the ADC have written to the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Kekere, pleading for a quick and speedy determination of the suit on the leadership and of the party and the way forward. And the highest political body and group within the APC in Lagos State have today endorsed the Deputy Governor Babafemi Hamzat as the consensus candidate of the group ahead of the party primary. Hello everyone, welcome to the program. This is Politics Today live on Channels Television. I'm Shoma Kimale right here for you in our Abuja studio. There's so much for us to dig in and talk about tonight, from the controversy in Lagos to national politics. And we've got a very influential and a very controversial guest tonight on the program. One person which, when he talks on the program, there's always one issue or one trouble here and there. But then we get him to talk about the critical issues in the land and ahead of the 2027 general elections. But also, I will take you right in the heart of Lagos politics and the decision of the GAC. You know who the GAC members are, and you know exactly what they mean when they make their decision. They probably are speaking the mind of the ultimate leader of the APC in Lagos. But before we get into all of that, let's begin in Kenya. The comments of President Ruto about the spoken English of Nigerians had gotten a lot of people talking. But he was able to come in contact with Nigeria's Minister of Mines and Mr. Dele Alake at that event. Mr. Dele Alake was able to put the issues up, and President Ruto has apologized for making such a statement. Take a listen to that banter between both men when they spoke on the podium.
People of Nigeria mandated me to inform you and assure you that Nigerians speak good English.
I was captured. I was speaking to my fellow citizens somewhere, and somebody, it was supposed to be a private conversation, but somebody decided that it should be public. But they also misrepresented the facts. The facts are that I was talking about how we in Africa speak very good English. All of us. In fact, in some countries like Nigeria, if you don't speak excellent English, like the one we speak in Kenya, you may need a translator. You know, for you to understand the excellent English of Nigeria. So that was the comparison that somebody decided to take in the context. But I think it is as well that we can have this conversation. And my in-laws, I hope there will be no consequences.
All right, President Ruto of Kenya and Mr. Dele Alake clearing the air about the fact that Nigerian English needs some translation for someone who is not Nigerian to understand well. I'm trying to make sure make the distinction that Kenyans speak better English than Nigerians. Well, I don't hope that this doesn't lead to a conversation and a debate between which of the jollof rice is better, whether Nigerian jollof rice or Ghanaian jollof rice. Well, there's some development within the APC today. We've seen Mr. Honorable James Faleke, who has officially collected or obtained the APC expression of interest and nomination forms on behalf of President Bola Tinubu for the 2027 presidential election. The APC National Organizing Secretary Suleiman Argungu declared open the commencement of the sales of nomination forms in Abuja and formally presented the documents to a member of the House, Honorable Faleke, who is a key figure within the Tinubu support groups. Ms. Faleke's collection of the forms accompanied by the payment of 100 million on behalf of the president effectively signals the start of President Tinubu's bid for re-election on the platform of the APC. And let's tell you about a leadership of the Labour Party, which will be bringing you more details. We now understand that Senator Nana Usman has now been elected as the national chairperson of the party after the party members and leaders delegate made the decision. She has now been confirmed and emerged today as the national chairperson of the Labour Party. All right, we've seen the African Democratic Congress lawyers, the ADC, who have written to the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Kudirat Kekereekun, asking her to intervene in ensuring a timely ruling in the party's leadership dispute currently before the Supreme Court. The letter, which was submitted to the CJN's office earlier today, the ADC counsel S.E. Arua, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, says continuous delay in the dispensation of justice in the matter could jeopardize the party's participation in the 2027 general elections. So much more to tell you, but let me bring you up to speed with some of your political roundup stories.
The President of the Senate, Senator Datti, has formally declared the Ondo South senatorial seat vacant following the recent appointment of Senator Jimoh Ibrahim as Nigeria's permanent representative to the United Nations. The Senate President made the announcement during plenary, noting that the vacancy takes immediate effect in line with constitutional provisions. He further directed the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to organize a by-election to fill the vacant seat within the next 30 days. The National Democratic Congress, NDC, has welcomed the former senator representing Zamfara Central Senatorial District, Kabiru Marafa, into its fold. Senator Marafa was received by the national leader, Senator Seriake Dixon, at a gathering attended by supporters and stakeholders, describing his defection as a major boost ahead of the 2027 general elections. Speaking at the event, Kabiru Marafa said his decision to join the NDC was based on the party's vision for national unity, good governance, and democratic reforms. He pledged to work with party members to strengthen the organization and expand its support base across the country. Some All Progressives Congress governorship aspirants in Nasarawa State have withdrawn from the race and pledged support for Governor Abdullahi Sulei's preferred candidate. About 5 of them have made their positions known, and the latest is the former executive director of the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Faisal Shuaibu, who announced his withdrawal in a press conference in Lafia, the state capital. He noted that he is throwing his weight behind Senator Ahmed Wadada Aliyu, the senator representing Nasarawa West Zone.
Thank you so much. There you have it. You've been served with your political roundup stories. Let's take it quickly to Lagos, where we've seen today yet another endorsement. Yesterday, it was Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Today is the Governors Advisory Council, GAC, who have now adopted the Lagos State Deputy Governor, Obafemi Hamzat, as the consensus governorship aspirant and candidate of the APC. The chairman of the GAC, Chief Tajuddin Olusi, said that the party leaders in the GAC, 21 of them, according to him, were in attendance and have all agreed to support Hamzat as the APC governorship aspirant for next year's election. Take a listen to him.
We examine the position of the governorship for 2027. The constitution of our party provides for primaries, and our party has guaranteed, free primaries for all members, for all aspirants, for all interested individuals. However, that very constitution also allows us to look at the issue of consensus. Consensus is a platform, it's a means that can bring us together, that can bring peace and unity. Following this option, we have adopted, we have all agreed that Alhaji Dr. Olufemi Hamzat, the current deputy governor of our country, of our state, is the consensus candidate, of our party. And we have all pledged to stand by him.
All right, then, tonight we take a look at the decision of the GAC, which is perhaps the apex decision-making body in the APC in Lagos State, and that is getting a lot of reaction. While party leaders describe the move as a pathway to unity and stability, there are those who have argued that it questions internal democracy, especially some aspirants who believe that there is no even and enough consultation, and those who come from Badagry and his environs feel that it is a time to yield to the yearnings of those who are from that part of the state. What does this endorsement truly mean for the race ahead, for party cohesion, and for the wider political direction of Nigeria's commercial capital, Lagos? Joining me now is one of the Lagos APC governorship aspirant, who popularly called SMA Gold. Samuel Ajose is live for us virtually from Lagos. Thank you so much, Mr. Ajose, for joining us tonight on the program.
Thank you, Sheldon.
I appreciate it. How does the endorsement of the GAC, it does look like this is usually the ultimate. When there is a decision to be made in Lagos APC, and when GAC speaks, there are those who imagine that that is they are the voice of the ultimate, well, if I may call it, the ultimate leader of the APC in Lagos, which is the president, Bola Tinubu. Are you accepting that decision, the endorsement of today?
Sure. I can boldly tell you something, that the race is just beginning. And every one of them that are standing on the queue behind Hamzat, they're like our fathers, and they understand the definition of what consensus is all about. And then when you are talking about consensus, you are talking about consensus. They've not even gotten a candidate to pick the forms. Screening has not been done, and they're already talking about consensus when they don't even know who are all the candidates that are interested in the forthcoming election. I can tell you, I picked my my nomination form today, and this is just the beginning. Eventually, what we're telling people is that the masses are the one that will vote from every ward of Lagos State, not just the GSC members alone. So if GSC member, for whatever reasons, everybody is coming behind Dr. Hamza, well, they have the constitutional right to do that, but we can tell you that when you go to the streets of Lagos, you go to all the wards, everybody is yearning for change, and we have done a whole lot of work. We have the base that can mobilize into this next election. And come 2027, I believe that SMA Gold is going to be the next, is going to be the candidate representing APC in the general election. Thank you.
What gives you this assurance? Because on one hand, we've seen quite a number, and some of the big wigs and heavyweights in the APC in Lagos have spoken. The governor has spoken. GAC has spoken. Femi Gbajabiamila, the chief of staff to the president, he has spoken. We've seen quite a number of visitation and consultation, pictures and photo-ops with Mr. Obafemi Hamzat, with the former governor of Lagos State, Babatunde Raji Fashola. We've seen quite a number of people that have queued up and endorsed Obafemi Hamzat. Is it not a clear indication that this is where the leader of your party in Lagos, President Bola Tinubu, is headed? Because we understand that once he says it, these are the mouthpiece. These are the people that give the indication where he wants and how the party is headed. So are you against the decision of the endorsement or the body language of the ultimate leader of Lagos APC, Bola Tinubu?
I can boldly tell you something that whatever endorsement is coming is not coming from the president. We've had different kind of endorsement before now, and you can tell that just give it another 2-3 days, some issues will come up, they will deny. The last time they said the endorsement came from when Babolisi spoke, he said he was retreating what the Badagry monarch said, and the Badagry monarch came on on TV and on the media to say he never said that. I don't think our president, Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is giving into what they are doing. What they are just trying to do is to coerce him, into taking a decision. And that decision, I don't think it will stand. So if Mr. President, who is our father, who is the father of the party, if he wants any consensus to be done, he has his method and he has his process. He calls every candidate, he speaks to them, and from there we know the way forward on how to move about it. But nobody has called anybody into any meeting. Nobody has had any discussion, and we just started hearing different kind of kangaroo, endorsement coming up. But I can tell you something. Today, even from 2 of the people that endorsed Namzat are very prominent people. They called me. He said, Sam, make sure you are not coerced by whatever endorsement is going on, because we are coerced, we are deceived or into making it. Like yesterday, when they had the endorsement by the governor, some of the people that went there did not even know what they were going for. And they just found themselves in an endorsement show without their consent. So I can tell you that the people eventually will determine what Lagos is going to look like come 2027. And what we're trying to avoid, Shehu, look at what happened to APC in 2023. We don't want the same thing to repeat. And the same thing that happened then is what they are already repeating. And the same set of people that grounded APC in 2023 are still the same set of people that are trying to ground APC down in 2027. That is not going to come to pass. Mr. President should have peace of mind with Lagos State. He has too much issues that he's trying to solve nationwide, and Lagos should not be part of his problem. And I can tell you the only person that can give him that peace of mind in Lagos State is SMA who is Dr. Samuel Mayo Joseph. Thank you.
You are of the belief that Badagry of the Bile division in Lagos, it gives perhaps one of the largest voting blocks in Lagos, and for that reason, and I saw pictures of your last rally around that in Lagos, around that area, and it seems to be that what is giving that confidence, that where that confidence is coming from. And apart from that, the thinking that the turn and the thinking of having someone from that stock in Lagos become governor of Lagos State seems to be giving you the agitation and the belief that is your opportunity and your chance. What if this is not exactly not the thinking of those who are making the decision in your party? Oh, there. Seems.
So, I'm not sure I heard it very well because the audio was cracking, but let me quickly bring you back to the rally, the mobilization rally we have for our dear president, Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It was a case study to show them the strengths that we pull, and to also tell them that we have the capacity to pull people from the 376 ward of Lagos State. That rally was called in only 5 days, and over 25,000 people turned up. We even had to reduce the number of people coming from all the world. And every one of them that came, they are SMA movement member. So if in 5 days we're able to call a rally that will bring in over 25,000 people, do you know what happened? They were checking, they want to see who are the big wigs on the stage. And the people they were seeing are just the masses. The masses are tired of of how Lagos is being run. The masses are tired of the leadership in Lagos, and they want something new. And exactly what they want is what they've been able to demonstrate by coming live, to come into that rally, to come and show us the massive support, and to tell them that come 2027, they are ready to deliver Lagos into new leadership, and they want something new to start coming up. Thank you.
What would you do now that this endorsement has happened? What if it doesn't come your way? What would you do?
My brother, we understand what is the meaning of the consensus. Consensus says that every aspirant that has picked the party nomination form must consent to consensus. And we don't know why Hamzat is scared of going into the primaries. We don't know why he's trying to force everybody into a consensus. If you are big and you have the popularity, you have the network, you have the grassroots, then let's go into the primaries. Why is everybody scared of the primaries? I personally, I need to endorse before an endorsement. I need to endorse before a consensus can come into place. But in the absence of that, everybody must go into the primary. That's what the Constitution says. And we're all going to meet in the primaries. And let everybody come in to test their strength. And we will see the result from 2027. I mean, in the next few weeks, you'll get to see the results.
All right. I'm hoping that we'll be able to speak with you yet again when that time comes. But thank you so much, Dr. Samuel. Thank you so much for talking to us tonight.
Thank you, Sean. I look forward to more time with you. And I'm sure you are going to have more revelation in some few days and in some few weeks to come. And you start seeing what is happening, the new things that are going to happen in Lagos. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Well, let's switch now away from Lagos to a larger national politics. Nigeria's opposition politics is coming under sharp focus now as we now enter into a very crucial moment. The ADC on one hand is asking the CGN and the judiciary to expedite action and have a speedy look into the matter before it on the leadership of the party, as they say that it will affect what becomes the chances of that opposition coalition party ahead of the election. On the other hand, also, we're seeing several reactions trailing the Ibadan opposition coalition summit, which held, and I mean, a lot of statements and decisions made by the opposition groups were saying they will file and come with a common front for the presidential election. Also, the Labour Party today, as we've seen Senator Nenadi Usman emerging as a national chairperson. My guest tonight is a former vice presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 election. A few times that he's appeared on this program. There's been some heavy reaction either from regulator or from the general populace about his comments about the elections or the conduct of it. I'm being joined by Dr. Yusuf Datti Baba Ahmed. Thanks so much indeed for your time tonight.
Hello.
It's good to see you again.
Yeah.
I hope this time around there won't be trouble after your... the last time or a few times ago when you left, the regulator came after this program.
I don't call it trouble. The guilty are afraid. Put it that way.
What do you mean?
Yeah. The guilty, I mean, if you say the truth and somebody gets agitated, then they've done something wrong. So I don't call it trouble. It's clean, honest comments made.
So you're a truth bearer?
I leave Nigerians to say that. I shouldn't be the one to say it.
So you would like to say the truth?
Of course.
Has everything that you have said in the past, have they come out to be the truth?
Well, let Nigerians continue to judge.
Do you have an example of whatever you have said that you think have come as a truth? Or when you see it and you say, I said so?
Of course. There's so many. One, I told us Nigerians that if you allow that election to stay, that would be the end of democracy. I still humbly remain by that, because what is the tendency of a one-party state? The Nigerian Constitution, section 14(2)(b) says the primary purpose of governance shall be the security and welfare of the people. Now you have a regime whose primary purpose has been the destabilization of other political parties. That is consistent with what I said, ending democracy. Nigeria is a powerful and rich country. So you can imagine if the resources of Nigeria were descended on poor political parties, we should be lucky today to say that there's even one political party that is still standing. They have succeeded in destroying other political parties. I don't call them opposition, really, at the expense of what they should have done, providing security, improving our economy, and at the expense of stopping the stealing, which they didn't do.
I mean, there are those who will say, what evidence do you have to that fact? That, I mean, there are inference to, there are those who believe that the APC is behind the problems or the troubles in other political parties. But APC will say, give us the evidence. Except that you have other information that we are not privy to. It's become a general narrative in the land.
For your benefit, as the one interviewing me now, for the benefit of other interviewers who keep asking, where is the evidence? Where is the evidence? When you hold shows like this, let me just say that you collectively are the Sheuns and the Chelseas and the Laolus and the Ladis. You are not justices. If you were justice, Akimbaloe, if I was in a court now, you would ask me for evidence, and then I'll have to present. This is a political turf. We're not in a court of law. Take it that, yes, what you say could lead to legal matters. But if we are presenting evidences, we should have joined issues before coming to any... So just for the benefit of everyone, in a political commentary setup like this, you keep asking, where is the evidence? Of course we've got evidence. My capital evidence that APC is behind is number one, they have failed in everything. They have failed in providing security. And that is why I'm saying that they have dabbled in other political parties. That is enough for me. They have failed in improving our lives. And that's enough. With the kind of immense wealth Nigeria has, why were 2 brigadier generals killed? Nothing has happened. Let's move on to more important things.
So the reason why I'm asking this, and I've had to take this conversation to the APC and say, look, the opposition believe that you are behind their trouble. And guess what? the question is that, Shehu, give me the evidence that we are behind it. They have denied consistently to say APC does not have a hand in the problem.
They lost the election and denied it. There is nothing that APC will not deny. Come on, structure this thing. We've got only like 30 minutes to go. Let's move on. These are people who lost the election and brazenly took it against the Constitution and everything. So there's nothing they will not. There's nothing that right now APC cannot do.
You double down on the fact that APC lost the election.
Absolutely.
But you've got no hard fact to it because you know what? All the courts have said they won the election. And the figures were released.
Let's go back
again. Otherwise.
And for as long as somebody would mention this, I will continue to repeat. The courts have the power to do all and everything. That's not in doubt. You don't have to win elections. The court can say you won the elections and it stays. But people can still come out and say that you didn't win the election.
Is this Datti Baba Ahmed's truth against the fact? Because your truth and the facts or the data available may be against your truth.
You call that data?
Yes, that's what the umpire presented and announced.
And look, even after the presentation and the entire court case, you have people who will, within their own rights guaranteed by the Constitution, that yes, I accept it, but I don't agree with it. And unless if you want to breach that person's right, he has or she has the power to say. And I repeat, APC did not win 2023
so who
elections.
Did? Who won?
Labour Party won the election.
Are you suffering from the trauma of that loss?
Absolutely
because
not.
you came a distant third, you and your principal. And so
that's why I told you
it might be traumatic. There are those who will say maybe you should go to therapy, political therapy.
No. June 12th. Let me then remind you. Today in Abuja, you have Moshood Abiola Stadium. You have, in fact, what we call Democracy Day removed from what it used to be and installed on June 12th simply because they believed. That is the power of belief. They said they won the election. I voted Abiola in 1993, just for your information. The result of June 12th was never declared. Yet today, if you say that he didn't win the election, you are one of those who will shred somebody into pieces if he says. But they believe they won the election, and it stands. It stands. So I believe we won 2023 presidential elections. If not, why was IREV shamelessly switched off? Why was the constitution breached? Why did Mahmoud Yakubu sneak 4 a.m. like a thief? I repeat, like a thief, 4 a.m. to go and declare the current federal government of Nigeria. APC did not win the election, but the courts have the power. And there's nothing I can do about it. The courts have the power to say that even if elections did not hold, this man won the election. Go to court.
But I mean, in your mind, we are going.
So,
we are going.
If you are trying to say I'm suffering from trauma, others including the people in power today, have suffered the same trauma, and it worked for them because June 12th was kept alive. It was kept alive even in 1999 when it was time for Baba Obasanjo. There was remnant and residual effects of June 12th in making Baba Obasanjo president then. So believe in yourself, believe in what you did, believe in what you know, hold on to it.
The opposite, I mean, we are going at it again for 2027, and
yes.
we have come a full circle.
I have never seen 4 years that went so fast. I'm not even sure if the people in power realize it's 4 years already. I've never seen it.
We've come full circle. And look at it this way. You imagine that there might be, if there are those who disapprove of that election result and going into another election, there are those who believe that this is another opportunity for us to organize. Are you happy with the organization of the opposition?
I am not. You keep saying opposition, opposition. We need to make a fundamental distinction between minority and opposition, and between opposition and political office seekers. It goes without saying, it goes automatically that these are opposition because they are not in power. That's not true. It's not correct, actually. By the way, while I was in your waiting room, you see, Genesis is so good, it's so unbelievable. If you permit me to share a bit of my experience, because who comes to equity must come with clean hands. The news that you are reporting, there is ADC. They are asking for quick judgment. Among them, I really don't want to call names. There was one time, I said my own personal experience. I was in the Senate, and I didn't lose. They allowed the case to be statute barred because the Court of Appeal were delayed or somehow did not deliver the justice until the time passed. The leader of our Senate then is now crying for justice. A few minutes ago it was. It is a current news. You're showing it. Yeah. That is life for you. If you want justice, make sure you have served justice in the past. Make sure you're a clean person. Make sure you haven't rigged before. Make sure you haven't done all those wrong things. What APC are basking and resting upon is that, look at these guys. We know all of them. They're election riggers, contract inflators, and everything. So why should we allow them? Let us rig them more. Whoever is going to defeat Tinubu, whoever is going to win, it has to be somebody that is, I'm not saying those people are not clean. It has to be somebody who hasn't done what they are crying now.
Impeccable.
Impeccable has to be. And let me tell you, Nigeria has untold number of clean, good, wonderful characters. The capital mistake, crime we have committed against ourselves is those people staying away. I remember those few months that I was in the Constitutional Review Committee of the Senate, stating uploading our agenda up front. I said I wanted to further liberalize the political contest space. If you're in the public service, there is no reason it doesn't make sense for you not to contest election. Even if you were in INEC, unless if the election is not going to be clean. You could be in the army, in the paramilitary. For God's sake, come out and contest. In the banking, you don't have to lose your job because you are placing your poster on the wall for people to decide if they like you, to elect you. Compromise your annual leave. If you are elected for the first time, take a leave of absence. If you are elected for the second time, resign. And in such, you could have the Akimba Lowes and everybody else. We've got untold good number of good people who have shied away. And that is why the not so good have taken control of Nigeria. And that is why the not so good will never, ever allow a good person to be enrolled. They can only recruit their not so good people.
Give me a moment. We need to go on the commercial break. But when we return, there's so much more to talk with Senator Datti Ahmed. When we return after this break, I'll be asking him about the 2027 general elections, the presidential race, the chances of the rest of the political parties up against President Bola Tinubu and the APC, and the intrigues that we have now seen playing up. We'll be right back. With us. Senator Datti Ahmed has been speaking with me on the program. He was the running mate to Mr. Peter Obi in the 2023 presidential race. There was an opposition, they call it the opposition summit, now called the Ibadan Declaration. And there's a long list of agreement made where we saw different political parties, the PDP members, Labour Party members, ADC members.
Are you sure Labour was there?
I think I saw a few different from different political
parties.
All right, go ahead. You think Labour was not part of that?
I'm not sure, even though I've not been in touch with them so much. It was, if you have finished your question, it was largely PDP and ADC, largely. And I wouldn't call that a political, I wouldn't call that the entire opposition. Being that there's another force that is quietly brewing and is likely to be even stronger than 2023. Without preempting anybody, even the so-called ADC now, who not exactly agree with themselves, are all eyeing how to quickly and smartly exit and go and gain ground somewhere. I do apologize. I was not able to join ADC. Nothing personal. I gave my very, very cogent reasons not to join them. Yeah, many of them took offense. Many of them took it personal. I apologize. It's nothing personal. You got everything wrong about ADC. You did 2015. Disaster followed. You come back 12 years later and tell us that we should trust you again, that you're going to repeat the same thing. No, it will not happen. It will not.
You think the ADC idea and the coalition in the ADC will not fly? I
have said it several times, and I don't want to say it again because a good number of them are my friends, and they always get agitated when I say the facts.
If your former principal, Peter Obi, gets the ticket, you still think that it will not fly?
I think it will not fly. I think it will. I don't want to talk about individuals now. I want to talk about the core, the main subject about what we call opposition being able to take over. I want to talk about really Nigerians. So many people still shying away from politics. Do we realize how serious, do we realize how bad this thing is?
Let me ask you.
Nigerians are complicit in the continuation of bad governance. Because there are, like I said, we have no shortage of good people. We have no shortage of angels, but they keep shying away from politics. So many of us are complicit. If you are a good Nigerian and you know you can make a change and you refuse to enter politics, you are as bad as the group that are misleading Nigeria. You are probably even worse.
So you want a lot of Nigerians?
I want a lot of good Nigerians to come out and contest these elections. What is there if, how many times has someone like me been rigged out? Did I die? I didn't die.
Look, if they come together in that Ibadan declaration to say, we are going to present a unified candidacy or unified ticket, what do you make of that?
I think it's a lie. Sean, you've made me say what I don't want to say. Well, I said it deliberately anyway. And there is no way they will agree to, it's not possible.
You think that
it's only two parties. It is only two parties, PDP and ADC. Now, the faction of PDP who went there, the runners-up to Wike, and you have this strange phenomenon that even though I'm guilty, I was the one who told Obi on 31st January 2024 that I think Kwankwaso or Nasiru or another person, if he doesn't go back as Emir, you may approach them. But as far as I'm concerned, I'll continue to support you, but our politics are different. You let go of 2023 that we won. So for that reason, I'm somebody who like to plan methodically, carefully, and well ahead of time. The business that I was doing, which started in 2011, I was planning as far back as 1996. I told him, so if you're not planning 2027, then I'm sorry, I can recommend someone for you to work with. The strange phenomenon is that you have Governor Kwankwaso, about 70, Senator Kwankwaso. 1990 was a deputy speaker, 1999 governor, two-term governor, minister of defense, senator, older, PhD, older. His local government is nearly the state of Obi. The Kano state is almost the population of that region. His governor has been taken away by clever APC. He is an armored tank without a firing pin. He can only roll over any object, but he cannot fire. They've taken the governor away. And that he is going to deputize Peter Obi. How is that possible? But I want it to work if it will work. I want it to work if it will. Two parties coming to say that they're the entire opposition in Ibadan doesn't make sense to me. And I think it should not even be a topic for you and I to dwell upon. PRP was not there. And PRP is the place to be now.
Is it because your brother is there?
No. Absolutely. You don't know me then. Sure. You don't know
No,
me.
I'm just imagining.
We have, let me tell you, he is completely independent. I'm completely independent. We have huge mutual respect for each other. While he was a federal permanent secretary and secretary of INEC, everybody thought I will go into the then PDP. My late senior brother of Blessed Memory had all his friends deeply rooted in the APC government. Other brothers of mine, local government chairman, a brother of mine was PDP, all that. I decided to go into the then ANPP, and we were perfect as a family. 2023, I was a VPC in Labour, and after the election went the way it did, he joined the APC government. I would drive to his house, he would drive to my house. Everything was perfect between us. One thing I knew is that APC had made a very, very bad mistake. They don't know who Hakim is. He means business, not because and exactly what I thought was going to happen was what happened. My other friend, you know the friend I'm talking about, I don't like to call names. The number 2.
Yeah.
He was there basking that, oh, he has embarrassed me. They went all out to go and get the speaker from my constituency. So what do I care? They took my brother. Now, this brother is actually a worker. He means business.
So APC should be worried about Hakim Baba Ahmed going into the PRP and leaving.
If there is anything,
is that what you're saying?
If there is anything that is what we call a threat to Tinubu 2027, is Dr. Hakim PRP. If there is anything, believe me. Like I keep saying, people don't know him. They have underestimated him. He's a 1977. By the way, he's 71 years old now. And if he's 71 years old, then you know who is not 74. I won't say. You know what I mean?
Give me
no. Let me finish. Don't change it. You know who is not 74. He is a first-class ABU 1977 graduate, 1979 Distinction London School of Economics, 1983 PhD Brighton, rose through the ranks, lecturer in Sokoto, State Permanent Secretary, Federal Permanent. All the records are there. And he had the heart to walk out of a government because he's not a time waster. He's not there to earn salary. He said he's not there for the money. He went. My good friend was there deceiving himself that they have finished embarrassing Datti, his brother is in the government. He walked out of their government and he is going to, they are going to, and by the way, let me say it now. I'm going to join, well, I'll wait till you ask the question. When we get there, I'll answer you.
But that's going to be my question, because a lot of people are wondering what exactly you are going to do next. Yes. But please, give me a moment. I need to go another break. I'll be right back, everyone. Thanks so much, everyone, for staying with us. So let me ask you, what exactly are your next plans?
I am leaving Labour Party tomorrow.
Really?
Yes.
Why? But the peace has returned to the Labour Party.
No, there's more to it. When there was real peace in Labour Party was when they posted back. You know what we call post back, redeployed. They redeployed someone to come and with the specific purpose, and because of the antecedents of the individual, to make life difficult, particularly for me. But what Labour Party stood for then is no longer what it is today. And remember, I have correctly argued that we've had a government who has made its primary purpose the destruction of other political parties. We must therefore feel sorry for ourselves for the fact that many genuine politicians have had their boats destroyed and sinking. And it is therefore legitimate for anybody to move, simply because the government, which is so powerful, has made it a point of duty. Instead of fighting insecurity and fixing our economy and stopping the stealing, what is more important is destroy political parties. So don't blame anybody for me, but I don't blame Obi, I don't blame anybody for going where they think. So I'm leaving Labour Party midnight tonight and I'm joining PRP. Yes.
PRP is the new destination.
PRP is the new destination. PRP is the one with a history. PRP,
Kano.
Yes, is the one with the history. It's about 75 years old, I understand. Older than its chairman.
Is there a reason why you moved to the PRP?
No. There are many reasons. And I will go to PRP. We still will work for a genuine southern, possibly Christian candidate. Work.
And you
remember?
Deputize?
No. Look.
I don't
have to be
likely to be in the race.
Look, with all modesty, let me tell you this. You're bringing it up. Other people have come to my office to tell me that if you die without holding any political office, you're okay. Thank you, God. And I'm so happy, I'm so pleased with what God Almighty has allowed me to achieve at my very young age. At 33 House of Reps, at 41 Senate, university license, another university license, biggest private hospital in Africa, and the list goes on and on and on and on. Why do I have to be president or vice president? Why? And look, by the way, though I'm not that deeply, but I'm a standard regular Muslim. And I know that the Quran says people beget leaders that are exactly what they are. And I know how different I am from the average Nigerian. I don't give bribes. I don't do so many things like I abhor them. Whatever it takes, I will not do. I won an election, and they said, I said, go ahead.
We're totally out of time.
All right.
But thank you so much.
So that is what I will do.
All right.
That is what I will do.
PRP is
and
next.
PRP
right.
is the place to be. And if PRP does all the things that I tried to make Labour Party do in 2023, I think APC government is gone.
Thank you so much, Senator Datti Baba Ahmed. Thank you so much indeed. And I wish you the very best in your new vote, PRP. That's our show for tonight, everyone. Many thanks for watching. I'm Sean Wakimale. God bless Nigeria.